I've got something to confess today, and I think we have to talk about this whole AI and AI driven development. So let's talk about this. Hi, my name is Daniel Volta, and this is my channel where I'm trying to show you tips and tricks how you can develop your career in IT, how you can grow as a front-end and full-stack engineer in TypeScript ecosystem. Today's episode, I would like to talk with you about AI and help which this gives us as a developers, and also cost which I started to recognize within myself. Recently I figured out that this fun and joy which I had from coding just slowly starting disappearing, and I also figured it out in other creators. I saw a recent video from guys from Syntax, and WebDev Cody also made one of the videos when he feels like burnout. The video is already taken off from his channel, but I was lucky enough because I'm following him, and I saw this video, and I started to recognizing the same principes within myself. So I would like to talk with you about this. So when I started using AI within my everyday job, solving my problems, even on my private projects, the hype is really high. It's really helpful. Yes, this is like nothing against it, but I started to recognizing that this fun and joy which bring me into IT industry after 10 years in automotive industry just slowly starting disappearing, because I'm starting to using these fancy tools, and I felt less like a coder but more like a coordinator of those all AI tools. And this joy and fun from coding stuff just started to disappear, to fading out from my everyday activities. And I still have in my head those times when I was learning how to code, when I was tackling those problems, and that was feeling like solving puzzle. And I still remember this joy when I was sitting, was drinking coffee, solving problem, then something started to work, and this joy of solving the problem within the code. I think that was the reason why I jump into this industry, because I love solving problems. And AI somehow took this feeling from me, because it is solving problems for us. When AI came along, don't get me wrong, I mean, it's incredible. You just type half line of code, hit tab, and boom, you have like cleanest code solution, which whatever you will have to imagine in your head. But it somehow takes this thunder from me, this joy of solving problems. And nowadays I feel more like a coordinator, like a prompt engineer, less than a coder, like less than a software developer, which is really not good feeling. I'm really curious what you think about this whole AI driven development, but I recognize also like dark sides of using AI in everyday job and also in your private projects. And here's the thing, I think coding was fun because of the struggle, because of those moments when I had to jump between different pages. I had to make Google search and try to find solution for a given problem. And using an AI nowadays is like, for me, it's like cheating. I never was a fan of cheating in games, because I think this is funny at the beginning, but it takes whole challenge from you. And the real fun is whenever you play some game and you don't use cheat codes, you just try to struggle with yourself, you just try to find solution for given problem and for given chapter in the game. I think it's the same with the coding, and AI took this part of the challenge a little bit from us. So here's where I am right now. I think AI tools, so AI overall doesn't have to be a bad guy. I think it's a cool pair programmer. It can take from our shoulders some boilerplate stuff, but I'm still trying to find correct way of using it within my everyday activities, because I don't want to let AI take this joy of coding, of solving problems from me. So I will probably try to find right balance. Right now I'm trying to make a break at all of using AI. I'm trying to not use those tools at all, and I will see how it will happen, what kind of impact it will have on my productivity every day. I'm curious, what do you think about this? Just drop a comment if you find a way of using AI in your everyday job, on your coding activities. Maybe you have better way than me, and maybe you have some tips for me. But right now I'm trying to figure out the correct way for me using those tools and just bring the joy of coding back into my everyday activities. And I have one more word about juniors market nowadays and how the impact can be, because this channel was created mainly for me when I was learning how to code and I was trying to get first job in IT. But now I'm creating this content mostly for people who would like to jump into IT industry, who would like to learn how to code and develop their careers. And I have some message for juniors nowadays and for all of us actually in IT industry. I think the whole approach and idea about exchanging junior developers with AI tools, it's wrong, and it cannot nicely, I would say, because if you think you can exchange junior developers to AI tools within your team, try to think about this like that. Remember, junior developers, people who have spark to coding, who love doing this job and who love solving problems within the code, they have this will to grow up. They have this will to get more experience, to grow up their skills. With AI tools, you will be always, the roof would be only how good the model is. And I think still, like, good developer with proper experience can like overachieve any AI models within the field, because they have some restrictions, they have some problems with context window and stuff like this, and you have to know how to properly use them to solve your problems. So you have to know how to build context, you have to know how to properly prepare prompts for them, and you will always get results until certain point. But the junior, the person, I think sky is the limit. You never know what kind of gem you will get if you will hire junior developer within your team. If you will put time to grow his skills, if you will put time to invest in this person, I think it can bring much more value than any AI tool. I'm curious, what do you think about this? But I think if we will start thinking within industry that we can exchange junior developers to AI tools, I think we lost. Honestly, I don't have good feelings about this, and I think we still need junior developers. We still need to invest in new people in the market, because AI tools will always be restricted on the level of knowledge which is publicly there in internet, which they can learn from. And we as humans, we are incredible because we can solve problems sometimes in a way that nobody else before solved it. And this is advantage of junior developers. They don't have this bias of experience how this should be done. They have much more broader ideas, and they are approaching problems in newer ways. They can show us how we can think differently, how we can solve problems in different ways. So I think we shouldn't ditch them, we shouldn't kick them off from the market, and we should give them a chance. That's why I'm here, and that's why this channel is for this. I mean, this for empowering people to not losing hope and not ditching this dream about becoming developer. Because if I was able to do this, you are also able to do this. If you don't have your first job yet, just keep grinding, keep doing this, keep learning, and don't listen people who say like AI will get your job, because I think it's not true. It's now we are in this hype era, but if I will have to like tell something about future, I don't believe that AI will take IT job. It will be helpful. You have to learn how to work with it as a pair programmer, but I don't think it will destroy market completely, because for me it's just a tool which is helping me being more productive and stuff like this, and I think you should learn how to use it. So yeah, that's it. I'm curious, what do you think about this? I'm curious, what do you think about current situation, about using AI within your everyday job? What are the pros? What are the cons? Just drop a comment and see you in the next one. Bye bye.